Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie's Cards here for Isabel Cristina Designs today, and I'm creating a very clean and simple card today featuring the Everyday Unicorn Digistamp set and the gorgeous rainbow patterned paper pack. So I coloured and cut out my little unicorn here. You can see that I was inspired by the paper pack to use rainbow colours on my unicorn, nice kind of pastel rainbow, and here is that pattern paper that I'm using. So I have gone ahead and cut a stitched rectangle from some Bristol smooth cardstock. It measures about 3 3/4 by about 5 inches. So it's smaller than an A2 size card base, but it's perfect for leaving that lovely border of pattern paper all the way around the edge. Now I have done everything in real time here today, so everything is nice and slow. It's a very quick and easy card to put together, and I thought I would leave it in real time to show you just how quick and easy it really is. So I'm using some Heavy Doodle memo tape here, and I have placed my stitch rectangle down on my make art station along with my little unicorn here, and I'm just using that unicorn for placement as to where my kind of ground is going to be. So I'm just going to do a little bit of distress ink blending here, distress oxide ink blending I should say, with some spun sugar even, distress oxide ink, and I'm just going to lightly pop that on and kind of blend it out towards nothing at the edges. So I just wanted to create a little bit of a ground for my unicorn to sit on. I didn't want it to be floating out into space on my card. So this is the perfect way of just adding a little bit of grounding to it. Do a nice clean and simple card. You don't need to do a great deal. So once I've done that ink blending, I'm lifting off that mask. I'm going to place my unicorn back down there, and I'm going to pull out my sentiment, which comes from this Lawn Fawn stamp set. I believe it's called Rub-a-Dub-Dub. It's got all these lovely sentiments. It's also got a bath theme to it, so I thought it was perfect to go along with my unicorn. And the one I'm using says, "It's your day, relax and enjoy," which I just thought was perfect for this image. So I'm figuring out where I'm going to place that. I'm going to pop it kind of towards the right hand side, but stagger those sentiments one on top of the other. So one is slightly more to the left and one is slightly more to the right, if that makes sense. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that down with some Concord and 9th Oceanside ink. While I was looking at this though, I decided that my ink blending wasn't quite even. You can see there on the left hand side, there is less ink than on the right hand side. So I pulled that mask back out, pulled my blending brush back out again. It still had some ink left on it, so I didn't bother re-inking it. I just used what was left on the ink on the brush and just fixed up that area there to try and make it kind of look a little bit more balanced and not so off kilter. So once I was happy with that, again, re-lifted the mask, and now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. So let me tell you about these Isabel Cristina unicorns. They are just adorable. The stamp set comes with unicorns doing all sorts of everyday things. So you have a reading unicorn, you have a unicorn drinking coffee, you have a unicorn playing football, you have a unicorn crafting, and of course you have this unicorn who's having her bath. And I just thought that they are adorable. And please do go and check out Isabel Cristina's Etsy shop to see all of her other digi-stamps as well. There are tons and tons of amazing images on there, and I'm sure you'll fall in love with them. If you are new to digi-stamps and you're not quite sure about them, just give it a go. They're so inexpensive, perfect for crafters who want that instant gratification, because as soon as you've purchased them, you can download them, print them off, and start crafting straight away. So absolutely ideal, and there are just tons to choose from. Now, I am not particularly technologically minded, but I can manage to print these out really easily. So Isabel Cristina gives you tons of options when you purchase her stamps. So you can get the easy print page, which is what I always use because I just find it so much easier than trying to deal with individual images. But you do get the individual images, which you can resize, and you can probably do all sorts of wizardry with them, like group them together in certain ways. I'm just not that clever. So for me, the easy print page is so simple. I just open it up and send it to print. I print it out on a normal printer. It's an inkjet printer, and I just use my Transotype perfect coloring paper in my printer to print it out. And The images come out great, and I don't have any problem with bleeding with my Copic markers. It's just awesome. And as I say, instant gratification. What could be better than that? So while I've been jabbering away here, I went ahead and adhered my unicorn down just using some liquid glue. I've now pulled out that rainbow patterned paper panel there, and I'm going to attach my front panel down onto that back panel there, leaving this a nice border all the way around. I'm trying to be quite careful today. I think the key with clean and simple cards is to be careful to make sure that you center everything up nicely. You kind of can't get away with a great deal on a clean and simple card. If it's a busier card, you can kind of get away with a few little mistakes a little bit more easily than you can on a clean and simple card where things are kind of glaringly obvious if they're not centered. So I'm trying to be careful today. It's not normal for me. I'm usually quite clumsy, but there we go. I've attached that down, and all that's left is to pop it onto a card base. I'm just using a standard A2 card base, 5.5 by 4.25 inches, top folding, and I'm just going to attach that down. I haven't put any sentiment on the inside. I've just left it blank today, and that is it. How easy is this, and how cute is it? I just think it's so adorable. I urge you to go and check out Isabel Cristina's Etsy shop. I have left the link in the description box down below. Please go and take a look. There are tons and tons of digi-stamps on there, and as I say, you can download them immediately after purchase, print them off, and get to crafting straight away. Ideal if, like me, you don't live anywhere near a craft shop, so you know, instant gratification doesn't happen. You have to wait for the post to come. But this way you can literally print it off and get crafting straight away. I really hope you enjoyed this one today. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel. I'd love to see you come back again. And please feel free to leave a comment. It's always lovely to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me today.